everyone, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Shannon if you have not been here before. Of course, welcome to everyone. If this is a video that you enjoy, of course by the end, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the bell down below if you want to get notified for any of my future videos. So today we are going to be talking about an expensive ass palette. So this palette is a dream of mine. I've been wanting to get one of these palettes for a really long time, and I finally have it in my hands. So the palette I am talking about is the Natasha Denona Lila Palette. So this is what it looks like. It is very luxe packaging, super beautiful. I love the purple. Purple is my favorite color. So of course when I seen this, I was like, I just need to have this in my life. I think it's beautiful, very thick, heavy. You can tell that it is worth a lot. So it looks like this. It has the mirror on the inside. I still have to take the wrapper off. And these are all the colors. It does have the names here on this flip sheet. And those are all the colors. They're so beautiful. Oh, I love them. So like I said, when I seen this palette, I just knew that it was a palette that I really wanted to invest in. I love all the purpley tones. It has a lot of jewel tone shades in here, which I really appreciate. I love mattes, but I like to have the majority of my palettes with like jewel or metallic shades, which is strange because most people prefer mattes, but I'm a little bit different in that way. I'm not like a huge fan of having this in here, but it does tell you the shade names and it does kind of move up easily and you can tear it out pretty easily. It does have a nice mirror. It's magnetized, of course, which is really nice. And oh, I'm just so excited to use this. Like I said, I've been wanting it for quite a long time. So there's only a total of 4 mattes in here, and then there is some like jewel tone, duochrome, and shimmers. But if you're looking for more of a matte palette, this probably isn't going to be for you. Now, if you guys know Natasha Denona, her palettes are priced really high. I actually got mine on Beautylish. I will put the link for that down below, and you can actually purchase this. If you purchase anything on that website over $100 US, you can split it into 3 payments, which is what I did, so it wouldn't be super crazy right at first when I paid. In Sephora in Canada, this retails for $160, I believe, $8 plus tax. In the States, this does run you $129 plus tax. So that's like, holy shit. Can't spend that much on makeup, but look at it, but look, I did. I know, guys, I'm so bad. I'm just such a makeup addict, and if you are someone that's avidly into makeup, you're a collector or someone that just loves makeup in general, you may want to try one of her palettes. I am, of course, going to give you my first impressions on it. I've only swatched a couple colors. I haven't actually tried this on the eyes, so that is what we are going to do today together, is do a look together. So I'm really excited to get into this video. I think this palette is gorgeous. Like I said, we'll know by the end if this is worth it. I think for me, either way, it's going to be worth it because I am a collector of makeup. I like the shades in here. Now, a lot of people, the price is quite high. I'm not going to go too much into detail about like how many grams are in each pan and all those things. I know if you want to check that out, Stephanie Nicole would probably have a video on that. She's amazing at telling you exactly how much product you're getting for your money. I know these eyeshadow pans are quite big, so you are getting a good amount, but this is still a pricey palette. I'm not going to say that it's not. It is. It doesn't matter how you break it down. You're paying not only for her name, but for the packaging and then the eyeshadows as well, of course. And I have heard they're an amazing formula, so I have really high hopes for this. But without saying any more, guys, let's get into a little demo, and then we'll talk at the end about what I think about this palette. Alright guys, so I have you zoomed in pretty closely, so I'm going to go in and start this eye look. I have no idea what I'm actually doing today. Yeah, we'll just take a look. I'm going to insert some swatches at the end of the video as well if you want to see some swatches on the colors. But I think I'm going to go in, what shade do I want to use? I think I'm going to go in with this color up. I'm going to go in with this color here, so you guys can see that. And that color is, let's see if I don't butcher the name, Nude Vino. So Nude Vino. I'm going to go in with that shade, and I'm using a Elizabeth Mott blending brush. So it just looks like this. I think I got this in Ipsy. So there is a bit of kickback in the shades, which I expected for anything that's pretty pigmented. I actually like a bit of kickback. I mean, obviously not too much, but I think it has just the right amount. So I'm just going to go in on my crease and blend that out. Oh yeah, these are super pigmented. I probably could have went in with a lighter hand on that. So just an FYI, you don't have to go in as heavy as I just did. That color is beautiful though, guys. Oh. So I'm just going in on my natural crease and kind of smoking it out more so around the outer part of my eye. This shadow formula though, wow. So far with that, I am super impressed. That looks so gorgeous. All right, so I'm gonna go in with some more on the other side of my eye. We'll tap that off a little bit. I do want it to be just as dark though, so if I need to go back in with more, I can always do that. And by the way, I did already prime my eyes. I used the Essence Intensifying Eyeshadow Primer. It's a really cheap primer, which is funny because I'm using a really expensive palette, but I love the Essence primers. So I threw that on and I just set it with an all-over setting powder. That's one thing with this palette. There's not really a setting shade in this palette. So if you want like a cream color in your palettes, it doesn't have that, but I don't mind because I just usually go in with a setting powder on top of my eyes. And I have so many palettes that I could just use another palette as well. So I'm going to try to get that looking similar to the other side. Now usually, I did my face base first today. I usually do my foundation stuff after my eyes to clean up, so we're going to see how this turns out, because that's how I usually prefer to do it. So I think that's looking really good so far. So I think I'm going to go into another shade just in my crease, and I think I'm going to go into this deep, like, kind of red shade. You guys can see that. That's by Nude Vino, and that one is Amara. So I'm going to go into that shade. I think I'm going to take what is this one? The Moto Pro Crease Brush. And this one's BMX 430. So it just kind of looks like that. So we're going to go in with that one. All right, so I'm just going to dip into that. We'll get a decent amount on my brush. And I'm going to go right into the crease of this. These shades are so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I'm so impressed right now by how these blend and look in the eyes. That blended into that shadow so well. Ooh, I really like this. I'm already telling that I like this, okay guys? So just, this is a spoiler. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, just bring that color into the crease. A lot of these brushes I actually got from subscription services. So I do have brush collections, but I always get new brushes in those collection or in those subscription boxes like BoxyCharm or Ipsy. I'll post them down below if you guys want to sign up, but I really love BoxyCharm. I've gotten so many brushes. And if you're someone who likes to collect brushes or just try different brands out, it's great because you usually get one every month. So I am probably still gonna have to clean up a little bit with concealer, but it's still not a huge deal to me. Just because I like to smoke out that outer part a little bit. How is that looking? Oh, I really love this. I think it's so pretty. I'm just really liking how this is looking. I love the shades in this palette. I'm really into like purple and burgundy tones, so I was really excited that she put out a palette like this. And I think her palettes are so awesome because whenever you see them come out, people just love the color layout. Everything just looks so good. So I think what I'm going to do next is actually go in with the kind of, it's purr. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So I'll put it up here. It's this shade right down here in the bottom row. That middle shade, a really gorgeous, gorgeous shade. So I'm actually just going to go in with my finger and put that all over my lid. Now you could use a flat top brush and maybe some setting spray if you want to really intensify it. I'm going to try with just my finger. Already looking beautiful. Hopefully I don't have that in front of you guys so you guys can see. Okay. This color, oh my goodness. It is gorgeous. And this is just with like no setting spray, nothing. So if you added like a flat top brush with a setting spray, it would be stunning. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more and we're going to do this side. And you can do so many looks with this palette. There's a few duochrome shades and just like bronzy shades. There's just a little bit of everything. It's really like a great fall palette. So I would definitely recommend it. If you can afford this, then grab it. I'm not even done my eye look and I'm saying this. All right, so I'm looking down at my viewfinder and wow, I really love that shade. It's so, so gorgeous. Really, really pretty. So I'm gonna fix up, I think I'm gonna actually deepen up the outer corner a little bit with this brush that I was using. And what do I want to use to deepen up? So I think I'm gonna go back into the shade Amara right here on the top. We're going to deepen up a little bit. Just that inner part. My eye. And if I like have an open mouth through some of this, sorry guys. I do that sometimes when I'm applying eyeshadow. I have no idea why. It's like a really weird thing that I do. It's kind of like when you put mascara on, isn't it? Like, I feel like it's very similar. Okay. I want to make that sure that's really intense on those main parts of my eye. Take it up a little bit. I always take mine up a little bit because I really want people to be able to see the full effect. And I am going to take a lighter shade and kind of like blend it into that. But I am loving this so far. I think it's gorgeous. And there is a lighter like shade I think I can use on my brow bone. I haven't actually swatched this one yet, so I'm hoping it's not like too strange, but let's go in with it. So this shade is Juna. So it's a shade right down here at the bottom. I know that's hard to see. Sorry, my camera is not focusing. So I'm going to just swirl my brush in that a little bit. And we're going to go up along. Oh yeah. This can definitely be used for a brow bone highlight. Oh, and that softens it up so well. We'll put that in the inner corner. And you could wet this as well if you want to make it more intense. I really love that shade. So that's that shade, really pretty. So go in and put it on this side. helps like blend your edges as well so it doesn't look as harsh. Sometimes your eyeshadow ends up looking a bit harsh on the corners. I really like this. Oh, it's so pretty. Alright guys, so my camera did cut out for a moment and I didn't notice it, but I just finished out basically doing the inner part of my eyes with this color down at the bottom. This kind of light shade. And then I went in with these two colors, Nude Vino and Amara, and smoke those out on my lower lash line. So I'm just actually finishing that up, so we'll do that together. I don't even feel like I need a liner, honestly, with this look. But all I did is take those two shadows and smoke them out with this smudger brush, which is a Royal & Langnickel brush. I also got this out of a BoxyCharm. So we'll finish that up together. Sorry about that, guys. My camera stops filming after so long, and I don't usually notice it. Okay, so that's kind of the finished look. I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm going to clean things up, and then I will come back. Alright guys, so I'm back. So this is the finished look. So I did add some mascara. I just used the L'Oreal Voluminous Original and the False Lashes Extreme Volume and Curl Mascara by Essence. Both are drugstore mascaras, really inexpensive. And I did use, this is more high-end, I did use the Marc Jacobs eyeliner, and this one I think is in Raw Cocoa. So it's just kind of this shade, and I use that kind of on my waterline. And so this is the finished look that I created. There's a ton of looks that you can create with this palette. Definitely gets an A+ for me. I really love it. I love the color on it. I love the packaging. I love the shadows themselves. You guys could see how easily they blended out on my eyes, and you didn't need to tap in very much to get a lot of pigment. There is minimal fallout on these shadows. They are softer shadows, so of course you are going to get a little bit of fallout. I think the color layout though is beautiful, and I don't personally mind a bit of fallout. You've seen it, kind of what I got on my face as well, and I just brushed that off easily with like any type of brush that you have. You can brush it off easily. But I really love this. I know it is expensive, but personally, I'm kind of glad that I purchased it. If it's something you're thinking of or it's on like your makeup bucket list, then go ahead and grab it. So I'm going to insert some swatches here of the shades so you guys can see those. So the first picture will be the first row of shadows. So I'll show you the first row, and then I'm going to show you the second row, and then also the third row. So I'll insert this for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe before you leave, and thank you guys so much for watching.